Peter's Church. Inside there is a font made of marble. I think there's only a few left in the world. Something like about 4, I think it is, in the whole of the UK. Tournai fonts. Church is a redundant church again, but it is used by lots of different people. Some decorative artwork here. A massive tower, all made of flint. All napped, so it's all flush. It's called flush work. This again the west door of St. Peter's. Run right up to the top of the church there, the church tower, to the belfry. Would have been where the figures would have been kept. Here we have the statue of Prince Alexander Obolensky. So as a sporting icon, the prince came from St. Petersburg as a baby when his family fled the Russian Revolution in 1917. An Oxford graduate, Obolensky became a naturalised Englishman. He died near Ipswich, aged only 24. He was, of course, a fighter pilot based at RAF Martlesham. Okay. And there's his figure. And it says Obolensky, a winger known as the Prince of Pace, scored 2 breathtaking tries on his international debut against New Zealand at Twickenham in 1936, bringing England's first victory over the All Blacks. His second score is called the greatest England try ever. He once played in an international rugby trial at Portland Road Football Ground. And there is a man. It says wartime pilot, a volunteer RAF pilot in the Second World War. Obolensky's life was cut short when his Hurricane fighter crash-landed at Martlesham Heath in 1940. Obolensky is buried in Ipswich Cemetery. The tribute on the grave reads, "His undaunted spirit and endearing qualities live forever in the hearts of all who knew him." This is the east side of the Unitarian Meeting House. I believe this is the second oldest in the country. I think it's 1799 if I recall rightly. And the other older one is, I believe, at Bury St Edmunds. But to its left here we have a lovely building. Unfortunately there's too much rubbish standing around outside here. We just have to accept that sort of thing these days. You see the Tudor Rose up there. I'm pointing right now. Just going to have a quick look at that. Tudor Rose, there's a fleur-de-lis. And look at the roof line here and the chimneys, all from the 16th century. Doesn't look as if that's been changed for all those 400 or 500 years. Magnificent. Go back to the Unitarian Meeting House. This is obviously the front of the building. It's a nice chandelier inside there. It's not open today, and box pews as well. And it's really worth a visit inside if anybody gets a chance. The Willis building over here, it was originally called Willis Faber Dumar, and it's an all glass structured building. It once housed a swimming pool for the workers inside, and there's a roof garden as well. I've actually been in this, I've been up the top floor, and it really is magnificent. So in September, if anybody gets the opportunity when they have their open day, do have a look inside and go above and see the swimming pool. It really is an eye-opener, and it's a beautiful curved building, and glass fully all the way around, and there's some lovely reflections. I'll just have a little walk around there. I think I've got a memory lapse again. I think this Unitarian meeting house was built in 1699. We'll just go across here to the building here. Thank you. And go to this Willis building, and it really is magnificent. Just walk around here. As I say, there are some lovely reflections. You can see from here the reflection into the meeting house over there, and you can get a better picture of that in the autumn time when the leaves are off the trees. But, there's that lovely old building over there as well, framed. Some of these glass panels have been known to crack. I forget the price on each one. It ran into many hundreds of pounds, if not thousands, to have one replaced. And once some idiot came along and decided to have a pot shot with a rifle at some of these building windows. But, you can see the Unitarian meeting house there. I can just pan round. You can see the west side here. Coming on to some of these more modern buildings. Greyfriars in Ipswich. There is of course another medieval church over there. You can see the reflections here. Quite distorted actually, but it gives that rock face a different sort of realisation of what modern life is all about. But, we've got the old and we've got the new. There's a medieval church reflection, even my own reflection, and yeah, really very nice. Again the Willis building, and again the reflections. There's a lot of work going on. Papers over the back there, so we can't walk over there. Looking up Civic Drive. This building over here on my left, 30-40 years ago, was quite awful. It was a car park, and it was one of these grey concrete structures. It just didn't belong anywhere. It looked absolutely awful. This company here moved up from London. They had this office block built here, Willis Insurance Company, underwriters, and they revamped this car park here into their own staff car park, and they made a superb job of it, and I'll be congratulated for tidying this up, because quite honestly it was absolutely awful. I detested coming round here. You can see that it's quite nice now. Can't do much around here today because this is the Cornhill, but we've got a big cycle race, time trials happening this afternoon and this evening, and part of this is all barricaded off, as you can see. But this is the old town hall, and that over there is the old corn exchange. See if I can get some shots of this in a minute from the other side of the road. Well, that's the town hall in all its glory. It is a lovely building, Victorian. Some nice figures up the top there. I've been all the way through that building. I should imagine this would be quite a hive of activity from 3 o'clock through to about dusk tonight. There's a cycle racing going on. I can imagine that people will be hammering on these boards here. I suppose this is a start and finish line. of the town centre is really barricaded off.